Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mooney here, and today I've got episode 2 of Tournament Talk. I'm sorry it took a week to come out. I've just had been busy at the moment, so hopefully you guys can still enjoy the episode and hopefully remember what happened last time. So we're in the semi-finals, if you didn't remember, and we come up against this all Premier League side with more or less a pace side with the Ashley Young, the Lennon, and the Bonderhor. All he needs is Darren Bent up front. He'd be done for the strike force. Then he's got the right back, Sanya, and the left backs in Ramos and Marcelo or Dani Alves. And so what you want to do is make a slightly more central game. Yes, I know they'll probably have good centre backs as well in PK and Puyol, or in this case Vidic. He had Lescott here, but you can have the Ferdinand, Terry, Carragher, anyone else. So what you want to do is make a more central game, pass about, maybe try and get some over the top balls in, some crosses in if you've got really pacey wingers such as Krasic, in my case Pato and Robinho as well. Just get some pacey wingers going down the sides, bombing in the crosses, and you'll score. Well, I scored 2 here shown against this guy, and maybe make a more central game. Get someone like a good pass, like someone like Schneider, but you can get a lot cheaper players than Schneider who are really good at breaking open teams and that. Just haven't got the same attributes as him. But get players like down your team so they can make good through balls, make good lob through balls, and really break the team apart. And that's how you break a solid defence apart, in my opinion, if they've got fast left back, right backs, and centre backs. Now you see him beating this guy 3-0, and he brings on a substitution. Now in tournaments, more people do use substitutions, and not many people use them in not just normal ranked matches in Ultimate Team. But substitutions are there to be used, and this was at the time the deal packs were on, and you will see at the end of the video with the surprise. But it was when the deal packs were on, and at that time you could buy contracts for 150. So if anyone had a bit of wits about them, they would have bought tons and tons of contracts, filled them out, filled the players up with contracts. Because now I think they're now back to 600 on the PlayStation 500 if you're lucky. So substitutions shouldn't be a big issue with contracts. Maybe fitness or morale or injuries would be, but substitutions are there to be used. That's why you've got a bench. And if you are struggling, your team's not working well for you, change either the formation, because I know it'll get the chemistry down and all, but the formation can change a game. As happened before, and he gets a red card here as he gets slightly angry, and that was the end of the game. But formation can change the way you play. I personally, my favourite formation to play is the 4-2-2 formation, and you could change like players around. So say if I swap Milito for Lavezzi to get a bit more speed up front, maybe a bit more skill up front, but that's just my tips for say if you're down in a match or something, especially in tournaments where there is more coins online. For example, in this tournament there was 4,300, and you saw there that Eto and Milito were injured. I didn't swap them for Ibrahimovic and Lavezzi because I was on a roll with Milito and Eto, and they were playing really well for me. So I didn't want to take the risk of swapping them out, maybe not play as well with Lavezzi and Ibrahimovic, because what I find is if I'm playing well with say certain players, I'll just keep them on for a bit longer than I would until they get really low on fitness. Then I will swap them. Now this guy had a all Premier League team, a really good Premier League team I have to say, and he's got to be a good player to get to the final, especially with 3 at the back. But he has got the three really big solid defenders in Terry, Ferdinand, and Alex. Now these defenders are really solid, and if you listen to, I don't know, his last commentary or a commentary before where I was talking about 3 at the back, you do need your solid defenders if you're going to play 3 at the back, because it's so easy to rip them open, because obviously you've got no left back or right back, so the other player can get their wingers bombing forward, and you're going to be really exposed at the back. But if you've got players like Ferdinand, Terry, and Alex, or any others, or from any other leagues, you're going to be all right, because generally they'll cover all the ground, because generally they are quite pacey players. Obviously not pacey in terms of defenders, not strikers, but you should be better off with stronger defenders. But in my personal opinion, I would never recommend 3 at the back. And this is a really exciting game, because it was more or less end to end. We both scored good goals or decent goals, and it was just a really exciting match, especially for a final as well. And if you do come across people in the final and they have a really poor team, never ever underestimate them, guys, because they are always going to be good. They've got to the final, they've won games, they'll probably be better teams than they've got all the time. And never underestimate your opponents is the one big thing I could say. Have a good chemistry as well, because your players will obviously work better together, and that goes along with the morale as well, because if they've got good morale, they'll move better. As you see, some guys comment saying, how do you move your players? There is a button to use, but I don't use that button. It's obvious when people use the button because the player puts their arm out and makes a run once they've passed it, but I don't use that my players move for each other because I've got generally around 98 to 100% chemistry, and I've got good morale on my team. The morale gold cards, the squad morale 30 plus, about 1,000 coins. So if you have got a decent gold team, it's only about 2 matches to save up for them, or 1 if you've done really well. Now it's 3-3 at half time. Not much happened in the second half, but you will see, I think, 2 goals here. And again, fitness as well, just to go back to that point of how to organise team. Fitness is always key, because your players obviously are going to have to run, they're going to have to last a full 90 minutes, maybe even extra time, and maybe penalties as well. And you just want them fit to get past defenders, because if you've got a strong defender pushing off an unfit player, he's going to win so easily. But if you've got like a 99 fitness player, it's going to work really well. Now guys, I did win the tournament there, 5-3. Give all credit to that guy. He was a really good player. I just got some good chances at the end, and I took my chances. That's what you've always got to do in tournaments. So I'll take your chances, because the other guy will always take the chances, or girl if you play FIFA. They will always take their chances against you, so you should not hesitate in taking chances. That's not talking about being dead trampy. Just try and be fair in the way you play. Personally, I don't like to play a real tramp game, but I will take all the chances I get. And the surprise here is a pack and open. I thought to make this series a little bit different. I probably will do this at the end of each series, because there's usually a good cash prize if it's an all gold tournament. And unfortunately, get nothing in this pack, guys. So if you did enjoy the video, thumbs up. Again, series, comment if you like and you want to see more. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.